Hello, welcome back to Blender Sushi Live. In this episode, I want to talk about this 3D wire sculpting thing that I've been doing using special doodle or special drawing tools inside Apple Vision Pro. Yeah, so this thing, basically, if you bring it into Blender, the format is USDZ. The app is really simple. It's basically you have the stylus and you draw in 3D spatial, and then you export it out and you get a lot of cylinder. The result is something similar to this. So this is the USDZ. So you might have seen this 3D model. Okay, I draw this in 360. So I have a couple. Okay, that's the monkey one, Mickey Mouse. Let's try the simple one. I think I've done this one in the past, but I will do it again anyway. I just drag and drop into Blender 5.1 beta. Keep everything as default, import USDZ. So I get these objects in 3D. It's floating. I think it's keeping the placement of where I actually draw it in 3D space. Suzanne is 2 meters. If I scale it down, 1.67. So I'm around this tall. When I'm drawing this in spatial inside Vision Pro, I'm drawing this exactly on that space. Okay, from that point, 000 point. Okay, that's kind of interesting, important. If you are actually tracing 3D objects around the area using Apple Vision Pro, you get that. Okay, this, and then this is the objects with the material. This is actually mesh, and it's got triangles. It's got separate materials. So it's nice. Inside Blender, it's already like this. Sometimes I want to turn this into stroke. I can clean this up using F3 and then triangles to quad. So it's a bit cleaner. And then you see each of the ring, maybe around 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 rings, each cylinder. A while back ago, if I want to turn that into stroke, like curve stroke, I will use tools add-on from Feather 3D. So Feather 3D is a way to draw strokes, wire sculpture using iPad. iPad screen is 2D, but you draw in spatial 3D. So this tool is actually quite powerful in itself. You can draw similar thing using grease pencil. You can do it on the iPad. Yeah, in 3D, if you have like a 3D wire sculpture, like the tool that draw actually in 3D, you can actually already sculpt this in making like physical objects this way using the wires. What we are doing, of course, it's virtual spatial. If you have Vision Pro or if you have other VR tool and can export it out as strokes, cylinder strokes. And I actually asked Gemini AI, can you, for example, export as a JSON and then turn it into curve? Originally, I realized on the JSON, it does export as JSON, and then it will make strokes for me, but I try again second time. So after a long chat with the Gemini AI, eventually I have this code. I think that's the last one. It basically look into every cylinder strokes and then look at the ring, and then it will try to simplify it into curve stroke. So it's gonna find the center of each cylinder. Okay. In the nutshell, that's what's gonna happen here. Stroke to curve dot py and run this. So yeah, I think it simplified the curve. Maybe it simplified too much. Let's see, this is superior 10. points per ring. Smoothing step, reduce this. Okay, that's probably a little bit better. Let me duplicate this. I will just turn that into curve. And then after I do that, select this object again. While holding this, holding options, click on the depths 0.02. Okay, that's too thick. 0.002 or 0.004. Let's take a look. So now we have more or less similar result. Yeah, I think it's perfectly recreated as this object, which is a curve object. And because it's curve objects and we have geometry nodes, it's very possible to turn this into, if I join them into a single object, because that's a curve object. Let's see, if I zero this, I can use tube. Okay, see, it's actually working. 0.01 here. And we can 0.002. We can change the roundness, the cap, rounded cap, do things like that. You know, the usual random value math. Let's see what happen if we do this. 0.01, plug this there. Conversion is not supported. Okay, I don't know. Okay. Yeah, something like that. Set material. You got the idea, right? So resample length, remove the cap. Yeah. This object, this object might have lots of material. Okay, only one material. Make it real. Name it blah. Blah. And okay. There you go. But that's become a single material again. So yeah, that's basically how I would turn my doodle, spatial doodle, into strokes that you can further manipulate it, maybe rig the curve or something. But when you bring it into Blender, it's already 3D mesh anyway. So that's something to keep in mind. Yeah, I think it's already 3D mesh anyway. So we don't need to actually do anything much. But you can do this. You can Command J, combine all, and then right click, set origin. Oh, what's going on? Select this object, right click, set origin to geometry, so it's centered. Maybe clear parents, and keep transformation. So we have this object. You can go to sculpt mode. You can remesh 0.002 or 0.003 remesh. You can see when you do that, it's gonna be a single object because it's doing remesh, but it's also keeping the color of the material, which is kind of interesting. It's better if you, that's one way to do this. You can remesh it differently and then reproject and then bake the texture, things like that. as for now, I'm just gonna show you. You can mesh filter and do the inflating if you like, or use cloth filter. Cloth filter, inflate, yeah, and we can inflate this character. It's not always this perfect, but basically, if the strokes are touching each other, you can just inflate and it's become like a balloon. It's not perfect, however. Yeah, it's better if you maybe inflate it, make them inflate it this way, make them all touching, and now it's becoming a little bit more like balloon. And you can once again go to sculpt mode and then remesh again. And after you remesh, back to cloth filter. Yeah, now it's more like a balloon. This is more like a single surface object. There is actually extra objects there. This is just a quick way to do this kind of merging. You can always also use vertex paint, repainting, or do the baking. Do the UV properly, bake this material into vertex, into a single texture, and then you get a balloon. Okay. But the cool part, of course, the Gemini. And maybe I should provide you this link. So I uploaded the USDZ into Gemini. Gemini understand the mesh, so it looks okay. It's made of multiple strokes, and then it's gonna turn it into cylinder, and then into spline. It's pretty cool. I mean, you have to maybe have a read and then understand the code, what's going on, get the color, extract the color, generate chronological center line. The center line is important for the character like this. Actually, if you want to use armature and then rig the character, that if you want to do that, yeah, I do recommend you to try doing this. I haven't done much rigging anymore, but maybe this is something what you want to do. Can be automated, but yeah, rig the character. You can animate it yourself, or nowadays I use the grok just to animate the character like this. It's a very quick way. So based on the strokes, turn it into a more expressive lines. I really like this looks. If only the things like grok can animate this, but it's turning it into 3D. It's gonna change the style each time. But I really like the last one. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. It doesn't have the stroke details, but still it's animating the monkey and the bird. I don't know. I think it's nowadays quite possible. You just draw things in. You can draw 2D. Doesn't matter. 3D spatial give you more 3D objects, and you can bring it into Blender to animate. Of course, that's one thing. We have a lot of tools actually. Like you can animate this using stop motion style or something, and then of course this is not fully artistic looking. You need perhaps to retouch this until it looks a little bit better. But still, if you consider all the tools we have nowadays, what actually stops you to make things? No, this one is actually from last year when I tried to convert it. We lost the material, but then the developer updated the app for spatial, and then now we actually have a way to generate color, USDZ color. This is only recently. Now we have the stylus as well for the Vision Pro. I think the tools will help the artists. Maybe the tools we have out there is limited. The one animation company should already have the tools to turn the strokes into like more like a volume or like a Lego parts, and then you just put things together. I think they have, and then turn it into character avatar, and you animate. It's going that way. It's gonna be easier, Anyway, so I really found the Gemini helps a lot nowadays if you want to make a quick script using Blender. You don't need to understand, you just need to know if there is an error message, let the AI knows, and then it's gonna try to fix the code, do a few times iterations, and then you get the code, and then it's become useful code that you can reuse. So yeah, that's the basically what I've been doing. You can, this is also the character holding an iPhone, and then yeah, I turn it into 3D. Yeah. Anyhow, so hopefully you'll find this useful. I don't know this video. I've done this similar video a couple of times in the past, but I think I just want to give an update. All right. Hopefully you find this useful. Thanks again for tuning in. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye.